Much better. Thank you. Honesty, you ready? Thank you very much. Okay, we are going to go ahead and start Writer's Workshop. I want you to keep in mind what we talked about this morning. So remember, we're listening, following directions, and keeping our hands to ourselves. Okay? All right, boys and girls, remember that this week in Writer's Workshop, we are focusing on writing about ourselves or writing personal narratives. Honesty, you not ready? Okay. And yesterday we read the story called Ralph Tells a Story. And remember, in Ralph Tells a Story, Ralph was having a hard time thinking about what he wanted to tell his story about, right? Okay. And what did he do when he was having a tough time? Raise your hand if you can remember what he did when he was having a tough time. Kayla? Very good. He asked his friend Daisy for help. And what was his friend Daisy telling him? Because he said, I just cannot think of a story. Do you remember what Daisy told him, Lucas?
Lucas? He told him, look around everywhere. There's paper everywhere to find.
Not paper. She said there's what everywhere? You want some help? Pictures or Kayla, can you help me? Stories everywhere. Lucas, what did Daisy say was everywhere? Stories are everywhere. So remember, she said, look at this one. She said, remember the time you let me brush your hair? And this one, remember the time you knocked down all the crayons? Oh, and remember the time you painted your nails with a black marker? So she's reminding him that lots of things have happened to him that he could write this story about. Okay? And so he went back and he sat down and he was looking for stories everywhere. He looked out the window to see what he could write about. He looked in the aquarium to see what he could write about. He looked under his desk to see what he could write about. And finally, what did he think about? Lucas?
He think about the caterpillar.
Not the caterpillar. It was kind of like a caterpillar, but not exactly. It was a worm, an inchworm, right?
And then he looked close to it and close in his close to it and looked into his eye, and then he got stuck, and then after that he wrote about the worm,
the inchworm that he found and crawls on his knee. And so he decided that he was going to start writing about himself and the inchworm and when he found that inchworm at the park, okay? And so when it was time for him to share, remember he shared his story with us and he added lots of detail. He told us that he gave the inchworm a name and its name was Nick, and that the inchworm tried to run away from him, and that the baby put it in his diaper and he tried to rescue the inchworm Nick from the baby in his diaper, okay? So he added lots of details about the story that happened to him. That was his personal narrative. And in the back of this story, hold on, Lucas. In the back of this story, Ralph gave us some writing tips for when we are having a hard time thinking about what to write about.
And then he got stuck.
He said, number 1, get comfortable. 2, it's okay to ask for help as long as you raise your hand with a level 0, right? And he said, number 3, you can always write about what you had for breakfast. And 4, eat lots of chocolate at home, because we're not going to do that today. All right? So I want you to remember Ralph today as you are thinking about your personal narrative or the story that you are going to write today. Okay? Honesty, please go to your desk. You have 5 seconds to get there. 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready to come back and join us, then you may. Michael, I need you to sit up.
I'm done.
Nina, fix your body. Devontae, I need your eyes here. All right, so we're listening right now. That means that we're on our bottoms, just like Jirexie. Great job. On our bottoms, just like Rena, Lucas. Lucas, turn it around. Okay. So I'm going to think about Ralph as I'm writing my story about myself today. I'm getting comfortable, okay? And here's my writing paper. It looks just like the one that you get, okay? Now remember that during Writer's Workshop, we are all what?
Writing ourselves.
We're writing about ourselves, and we are what? Authors. Perfect, Michael. During Writer's Workshop, we are all what? Authors. Awesome. Okay. So, and authors make sure that they write their what?
Name.
They write their name, because otherwise we won't know who wrote the words to the story or who wrote the story. All right. So I'm going to write my name, Miss Burgess. Okay. And I'm going to take a second and I'm going to think about, thank you, Nessa, for coming back. I'm going to think about what story I want to tell you guys about myself today. Okay, please go to your seat. 3, 2. It was an accident. Okay. Your head's Mike, please sit up. All right. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking about the time when I was in Philadelphia. Do you remember me telling you guys about the time that I went to Philadelphia?
And get married.
Well, I didn't get married there, but I got asked to be married to somebody. I did get asked,
It's
but
on the phone.
And so, what else did I do when I was in Philadelphia? Raise your hand with the level 0 if you remember. What else did I do? Rena?
Sit in your seat.
You kissed it.
I'm not smiling.
What else did I do? Where did we go? Honestly, do you remember?
I don't remember. I remember. You?
Nordine, do you remember?
Stand
We went and we went to a concert, okay? We went to a concert, so near your bottom, okay? So I'm thinking about the first day of the concert. Your eyes are over here. Thank you. Rena over here, okay? It was the first day of the concert, and me and Jamel, we were super excited to go to the concert because we were going to see some of our favorite music artists that we love. So we were super happy. We were really excited to go and see these people. And the concert was outside, okay? So we were getting ready to go to the concert, and we were walking, and then guess what happened? It started raining. So how do you think we felt when it started raining?
Sad.
Yeah, we were super sad because it started raining and we had to be outside all day, okay? And we were thinking, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? It's raining
You
outside.
can go inside.
But there wasn't an inside.
You know better.
So we had to think very quick, man, what are we going to do? And so when we got to where the concert was, when we got to the venue, there was a little store and it had a tent over it. There was a little store that had a tent over it, and they were selling something called ponchos. And ponchos are like plastic coats that you put over your body so that you won't get wet and so that your clothes don't get wet. So we bought 2 ponchos, one for me and one for Jamel, and then that made it all better. So we were able to have lots of fun at the concert.
I was about to say that.
Were you?
Did you get wet?
We didn't get wet because we bought those ponchos.
Did they
Okay?
have hoods?
Yep, they had
Did you
hoods so
walk
our heads didn't get wet. Yeah, we had to walk there, so that's what
Did
made
they
us
have
really
leg
sad.
things?
No leg things, but you know what? It was really long, so it went all the way to our ankles. So our feet got a little bit wet, but that's it. Okay, so I said it was the first day of the concert. We were really what?
Happy. happy.
Yeah, we were super happy. We were excited. We were going to get to see some of our favorite people. And we were walking there, and it started raining.
And y'all feel super sad.
Yeah, and then we felt super sad. So I'm going to draw a picture first of myself. And I don't have any browns or anything. I am a girl, so I'm going to make myself pink.
I'm stupid. Black and blue and orange.
Go and sit over there with Miss Manning.
And blue and black.
Okay, so this is me here, and then I need to draw a picture of Jamel. Oh, and we were walking to the concert. How did we feeling? Yeah, we were sad. And why were we sad?
Because it started raining.
It started raining. So let me draw Jamel. He was standing next to me because we were walking to the concert.
That's how they look like. They're raining.
He's just got a little bit of hair. And it started raining, so what do you think I need to show in my picture? Rain. Good. Ruby?
Red and blue.
Good. Yep. It started raining on our heads, and we were so sad. And man, what are we going to do? Our concert's outside. Well, we weren't crying, but we were really bummed because we didn't think that it would be any fun. Okay, so we walked, and then we bought
Jacket.
yeah, ponchos. Very good. Fix your body, please, Nardine.
Purple.
Okay, so we went to the little store. Remember I said it's like a tent? And they had ponchos. So I'm going to make a little
Ponchos
table.
are clothes that don't make clothes wet.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so there was a little table there. Okay, and they had the ponchos. Hi, Mara. How are you? Good. Thanks for sitting. Anyway, and these are the ponchos. Remember I told you, Miss Burgess is not an artist, but I do my best. Okay? So they had the ponchos, and we dropped. Well, these are just what they look like. We didn't put them on yet. So then we got our ponchos. Maybe I'll draw a little arrow to show that this is what we did next. So first we were sad because it was raining on our heads.
And then y'all got.
And then we went to get the ponchos.
Oh no.
And then we put them on.
I feel happy because it was snow.
So we looked kind of funny because these ponchos were super big and you couldn't really see our bodies too much.
Make your body inside.
Oh, I know this, don't I?
Your arms! Your arms!
Well, you couldn't see my arms because they were underneath all that plastic, right?
What about your hood?
And here's Jamel.
Your hood!
Oh, you're right, my hood. Because I did tell you that. Huh? And we were happy again. There's the hood. Oh, thank you, Vanessa.
How about you? You don't have a hood on.
Yeah, I needed a hood. My hair was going to get wet. That was good. Monte, fix it. Alright, so there's my hood. And then we were happy again, and we had fun at the concert. Okay. So, now let's see. I want to make sure that everybody knows who is who when they're reading my stories. So, just like yesterday, Vanessa, you got 'em? I'm going to label my picture 3 Vanessas. 2, 1. Your body. So, this is who? Who did I say this was?
Mel.
Me. This is me. So, I have
M is for monkey.
E. Good. So, this is me. And this is Jamel. And I put a little arrow here so that you can see that that was me. And this is Jamel.
Jamel.
And what letter is it?
J is her.